Hello, hello everyone. How's it going? Hello Twitch. Hello YouTube. Congrats on first Phoenix. Hello dearest all of us. Oh. Hello Wispy. Hello Sin. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all have had a good Mother's Day so far. Or that the rest of your Mother's Day is pretty good. Kind of a semi-shorter stream today, but I figured we could hang out just a little bit, you know? One of those things. I have some food to eat. We have a lot to catch up on in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. This is a lot of cards to be removed from this secret pack. It's like 2 whole engines to be removed from this secret pack, which is kind of crazy. Pretty good Mother's Day for you this morning. Spectacular news. Spectacular news. At some point in today's stream, I'm going to do a tiny bit of art. Tiny bit of art. Yeah, no more Tri-Brigade, which is crazy. Oh, man, welcome on, yeah. I also think it's a little crazy that they took some branded stuff out of Alpha of this. Like, I'm aware that it's probably in other packs, but like, interesting that they're taking out a lot of these cards. And Guardian of the Sacred Summit is losing all the Yang Xing cards. The opening act of an apocalypse, which is, by the way, banger title for a secret pack. They're taking out all the Dark Lord stuff, which is crazy. They're removing Cartesia and Alupa. Yeah, so it looks like there's gonna be some kind of revamp on Branded, Tri-Brigade, Dark Lord, Yang Xing, and in Springins. So, like, as y'all know, for those who are unaware from the Branded lore, Tri-Brigade, Springins, and the Albaz are all connected. The same with Ice Jade, Sword Soul, and a lot of the Worm cards. I can't remember if the Yang Xing cards are related. But like, all the like branded stuff is directly interconnected with the Springins and the Tri-Brigade stuff. As for the Dark Lord things, I'm not sure what they're doing with it, but I suppose there might be some more support going forward. Hello, Rats. Welcome on in. You're looking forward to the Tri-Brigades, the new Tri-Brigade Springins kill. Chat, third copy of Kit? When? Only time can tell when it hits Master Duel. So there's going to be a new selection pack that's going to be updated. We have a new secret pack. Team Solar System on the Rise. Featuring Silhouette Rabbit and Argo Stars. So I suppose if y'all were ever interested in Argo Stars, it now has a secret pack. There's also a small update in some of the Dragoonity cards being added to Dragon Knight Forge. Caramel and Exo Sister Betrayal have been added to the Exo Sister secret pack. Assault Sonic Warrior has been added to Single Mode Change. Natural Rose Whip has been removed from a secret path. They're following the man. Oh, tell it. How can a Master Duel play a farm for gems? Is it just solo modes in the events? Pretty much it is just solo mode and the events. You can do your daily missions, which if you do them every day gets you like 120 gems. You get 5 gems for watching the Duel live. You can also do an online check-in. Now, there's like an online check-in for daily logins that you can do for both Master Duel and Duel Links. You don't have to do these every single day. You could like log on until you get all 9 and do all of them on the same day. Some people say you wait until you get all of them and then just like do 3 a day, so that you do the same 3 once every day. I like to like swap off between we collect 3 and then we do 3. We're just doing all the ones that are available at any given time. It's like obviously the logins, and there's also some lifetime missions that do grant gems. So like if you happen to put up 100 spell counters, which I'm impressed we even got to 65 spell counters. If you play spell counters, you get like 100 gems for like each couple of milestones. Banishing your opponent's card, destroying by battle, like there's a bunch of stuff. Duelist level, once you like hit duel level max, there's also the the Master Duel proficiency test that we don't do, but I'm pretty sure you can get a couple gems from the proficiency test. For the most part though, the free-to-play experience is logging on and pretty much logging on and doing your dailies. Senpai Dragon? Hello. True, Senpai Dragon Chandra is here for the emotional support. Kind of. There's like a website. I forget what it's called. It's like a Konami ID website. I don't know if it gives you something every day. I think you can redeem like 10 or 20 gems like a week. And there's like cosmetics you can get too. I also have some food. So this is the new selection pack, Song of Divinity. So a lot of Exo Sister fans really happy for this one. The newest Exo Sister to hit the extra deck. Exo Sisters Caramel. We have Power Patron Synchro cards. There is the new Elf Note archetype, and the new Hammer Hands archetype, which we briefly saw from Whispery Friday. There was also the new Link for Dragoonity, Georgius. Which, like, I suppose, my condolences to Dragoonity players. Hello, Meaty, welcome on in. How are you? So it's still a new selection pack. There is now a new bundle. You can see the Elf Note Duel Field, which we discussed looks a little bit like Quimbus. But you know, that's fine, that's fine. There is an icon for Elf Note Lucinia. Kind of cool that they get their own deluxe icon fight. That's kind of cute for the big fans. Oh, Scrap, well, come on in. You're going to make an Exo Sister deck. Okay, so it looks like the base of her outfit Okay, so this is her scepter on the left side. The right side is the rest of her outfit, which is kind of like a black and green. You get a card case. You get a coin. I don't know if I like the emblem for the coin, but you get a coin. You get 2 wallpapers. Shout out to Woman. Big fan of the blue one. You get another wallpaper. I think that might be a twink. And for some reason, Medius is here, so I guess 2 twinks and some gals. And a dragon and an owl. What does this mean? I suppose this means somehow in lore, the odd mage cards are directly related to the elf note cards. I think that's what this implies. And I guess Power Patron ties in a little bit there too. You need an Exorcist this field? Surely Exorcist is stuff coming. Surely. Okay, they have something. So you have a collector's file. It's kind of cute, I suppose. You have the Exorcist the coin. You have the Michaelis icon. You have the Carmel protectors. I think the duelist case could have been a little bit more interesting. You know, it is what it is sometimes. Yeah. We have some updates regarding maintenance. A visual effect for Exorcist's Magnifica now has a new animation. And the maximum number of craft points you can hold is now, instead of 99,999 to 999,099. Very, very big update on how many crafting points you can hold. Elf Note, Medius, and Dooms are all of the same lord. Thank you. Hello, ZomBC. Witch Hat Atelier vibes. You'll wait for the old drama. True, chat. Where's the old drama coin? Chat, you can get 50 gems if you do a survey. Alright, chat. Time to do a survey. I'm having fun. I think it's good. What? What? Aww. Bushin. Thank you, Bushin. Thank you for contributing to the giveaway. Which, I forgot to announce this. So, Bushin and another donor have donated to give away San Salie merch items. So, we'll be doing giveaways for those. I need to set up the giveaway sign up. But for those of y'all who maybe couldn't get in on San Salie merch activities, perhaps because of, you know, financial circumstances, perhaps because of, I don't know, shipping circumstances. Whatever your circumstances may be, y'all don't have to give me money to support the channel. But we will do some giveaways. Thank you, Bushin. The survey is funny? Oh, drama set high expectation of male beauty. What would you like us to add in future updates? I feel like before we get to the surveys, we always have like opinions on what they should update. And then when the surveys come up, I always blank on them. Oh, Adam, welcome on in. Let's see. Oh, yeah, allow for custom formatting for Duel Wound for specific formats such as Genesis or event-specific formats such as Dual Triangle. Return to XX here. Options for tag duels would be a wonderful addition as well. In the duel. Yeah. Other formats, yeah. Genesis format for sure. I would love to host Genesis format tournaments on Master Duel. The only reason we're not doing them is because I know it's really hard to get materials on Master Duel. So I would feel bad to make anybody who already plays Master Duel have to go out of their way to build a Genesis deck just to play in a tournament. For sure. I do think that if they're going to push Genesis for paper, they should allow Genesis formatting for Master Duel. Add more time for going second. Them keystrokes or a mood. Let's see. What else should we add to this chat? Wait, why is it not letting me edit this? What? In 500 characters or less. Oh man, I don't think it's going to let me edit this without me like having to retype the entire thing. Shoot. Which like, I suppose it's not a lot to retype. Like, I am! Yeah, let me see if I can copy this actually. Can I copy and paste this? Okay, go. We have this copy and paste just in case. Like, go. We got it. Okay. Let's see. Option for tag duels. I think there's just a lot of flexibility that I would like to have for the duel room. I do also have it copy and pasted. Let's see. Please allow for custom formatting for dual wounds for specific formats such as Genesis or event-specific formats such as Dual Triangle or Return to XX here. Option for tag duels would be a wonderful addition as well, if possible, for custom in the dual room. Options for content creators, such as partnering for outreach and allowing giveaway codes for gems or cosmetics. Should be something Konami and Master Duel should consider. Games and companies such as Light Games have these initiatives. Did I spell initiatives right? Pause. Oh, Warcraft Taker. What are we munching on? I have some Korean barbecue and some rice. Unbanned DDD. Dynamite fully. Pause. Let me make sure I typed initiatives right. INI. Okay, I spelled initiatives wrong. Can I copy and paste in here? Let's find out. Aha, there we go. Okay. What's it called? Let's see. Custom formatting for dual rooms. Options for tag duels. Chat, I think it'll be really fun. Like, this is a really easy thing for companies to do. All they have to do is be like, oh, if you're a content creator, play Master Duel for X amount of hours in the stream or something. Or if you're already like a big Yu-Gi-Oh creator, like, just give away, like, you don't have to give it to every single, like, person. a lot of the times, like, what Riot will do is they'll have, like, a code. And then the streamer can do, like, a giveaway to, like, one person in their community. And I think doing something very minor like that for content creators could be, like, a big, good direction for Konami. Like, even if it's, like, just 50 gems, you know? Or something. It's like, oh, enter code JesseCon to get 50 gems. Or it's like, okay, JesseCon's like, I'm going to do a giveaway on the stream for, like, a Telement whatever icon. You know? Like, something like that I feel like could be really cute. Oh, matching Duel. Okay, so the problem with Edison format is that, like, like, when asking for alternative formats, like, does Edison have official events at YCS's? We see more tournaments with them and stuff. I mean, it's a little bit harder to work with people in the West. I know they've been working with, like, Joshua Smith a lot. Yeah, like, 50 gems. Like, that sounds like something very reasonable. Like, imagine they gave, like, Josh a special code for, like, that lasts, like, a week. And he spends, like, a week marathoning, like, Master Duel. You know? And then if you, like, tune into the stream, you can get his code and get, like, 50 gems. Like, I think that's, like, cute. They could consider Twitch drops as well. Maybe. I don't know how much they want to work with Twitch, but they should also consider Twitch drops. Okay, we ran out of space. We're really close to the 500 character cap. We're gonna have to cap it there. Okay, I guess we do play rank the most. Neutral. Yeah, I guess. What do we think about each duel modes? What would you like us to add in the future? Okay, well, so, like, there's a difference between Edison and Time Wizard, kind of. I know Edison is, like, kind of part of Time Wizard, but just hear me out on this one, like. Konami killed Time Wizard so that they could make Genesis. That's what happened. That's basically what happened. Like, if someone tries to tell you otherwise, like, I think the only argument they could make is that Time Wizard was never, like, a official format. You know? Or even legacy tickets. Hey, don't dunk on legacy tickets. You'll make me do we spend all stream opening legacy packs. Now open them one by one. Don't threaten me. I'll do it. I'll do it. I have the patience for it. Hello, Lance. Welcome on. Let's see. What do I want them to add to solo mode or main pools? I think that's my only opinions. It's like, they should host polls for what new archetypes people would like to see added to solo mode. And assuming Genesis format will be implemented, they should consider, like, a separate ranked and casual queue for Genesis. What if they made an Edison Lumpy around? I don't know. More storyline? Well, I think the thing is, like, I don't know how much lore there is for a lot of the, like, remaining archetypes, you know? Maybe they could sample future decks to promote without having to make players spend. I mean, isn't that kind of the point of solo mode a little bit? Like, you do play as the decks you learn about, for the most part. Playing structure decks in Bronze Ring, so I feel like this is kind of part of the problem of, like, why Yu-Gi-Oh! Has, like, not a difficult barrier to entry, but, like, if you try to limit structure decks in Bronze, I feel like you ultimately reduce the enjoyment for the player base. Because there's something you have to remember. Not every single duelist in Bronze is a new duelist. Whenever I have to take a break from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I'm practicing for another card game competitively, they all know that, like, I don't like to rank higher than Gold or Platinum. So if I take a month or two off, I'll end up in Bronze Ring. It's going to be very frustrating for any returning players if they're forced to play structure decks until hitting a specific ring. So that's the problem with trying to implement that one, Meaty. I don't think it's, like, a bad idea. The biggest problem is that, like, casual queue is the sweatiest queue, actually. Casual queue is more sweaty than ranked. It's terrifying. I've done casuals, like, yeah, you know? The other thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the appeal that you can build any deck. And if you limit structure decks to the lower rings, you now indirectly, like, Konami doesn't care, but you also indirectly, like, kill stuff like Masochist ones. Yeah, they could improve more rewards. Hello, Blake Pokemon, yeah. You think you will subscribe to the channel? That's crazy. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. You know, y'all don't ever have to feel anything, like, any kind of pressure. If y'all want to hang out and such, y'all are welcome to. I'm just a gal doing my own things, so. Y'all don't worry too much about little old me. I appreciate the support when it comes in. On the flip side, y'all don't have to do anything crazy for old me. Like, obviously there's a lot of cool stuff we could do, you know, but it feels like it's popular for some of the other gals. But it's alright, chat. We're doing our own thing, and that's the important part, is that we're having a good time. I don't know if I have any other, like, big implementations. Like, I don't think solo mode is that bad. Like, I think if you're asking for more gems, that's not unreasonable. But considering what solo mode provides, I think it's pretty decent for, like, what it is. If the purpose of, like, the actual, like, story solo modes are, like, to just teach you about the decks, and they do a good job of, like, kind of telling you what the deck is intended to do, and giving you lore. As for, like, the training solo modes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a very hard game to explain in its entirety and encompassing, and so I can't expect a simulator to teach someone how to play. I think the fact that it goes over, like, the bare bones basics, so that if you threw someone into GOAT format, they would know how to play GOAT format. It's already pretty solid of, like, a tutorial, all things considered. Because of, like, the high skill ceiling that Yu-Gi-Oh! Presents, you know? dual rooms could be more intuitive. Oh, Dusty. So what does that mean? What does that mean, like, dual rooms could be more intuitive? Like, is it too hard to set up a dual room? Is it too hard to get to a dual room? Like, what does that exactly mean? We ran out of, like, what's the word? We ran out of 500 characters in the other one for dual rooms. I think the deck editors... Oh, wait, pause. Ah, shoot, what was it? Oh, wait, I do have an update for the deck editor. Yeah. Okay, kind of. There are cases where duelists will have a higher rarity of an SR. But would rather use the lowest rarity possible. This would help when mass... What's the word? When mass, what's the word? When mass, disenchanting. Or dismantling. The option to lock an entire card, regardless of rarity, from being dismantled would also be helpful. Okay, so I have a dream in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel to own 1,000 copies of Dragon Nails in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel the game. The problem then becomes, if I do that, I can never mass disenchant. Excuse me. Because it's a rare. So every time I would go to mass disenchant, it would destroy every single copy of Dragon Nails I have. But if they allow me to lock cards from being dismantled, then I can have 1,000 copies of that rare card and then not care, because it can never be dismantled even when it has more than, like, multiple copies. To lock an entire card and excess, and any excess copies, regardless of rarity, from being dismantled would also be helpful. Hello, Julio. Welcome on in. Do I like pineapple pizza? Hello, Pepino Master, I'm sorry, I'm not a pineapple on pizza person. I'm sorry. Oh, cheesy. Welcome on in. I think that's what I gotta say about the deck editor. So anything else I want for the deck editor? Ooh. Okay, I got a good one. Okay. Pause. So, like, you know how you can save favorite cards in the deck editor? Imagine you could group it. So, like, let's say you're, like, a big Tearlament fan. Are we summoning Tundra? We can summon Tundra if you want. Say you're, like, a big Tearlament fan. So, like, instead of scrolling through every single card you save, right? Now you have a group in the favorites. Where it's, like, Tearlament's core. Harvest core. Every single hand trap. Like, I think that would be cute. So you can have a list like, this is the hand traps. This is my core for this deck. This is my core for this deck. This is my core for this deck. Like, I think that could be kind of nice. Well, okay, we only get 500 characters. See, like, look, we've already hit 500 characters. Like, I can't type anymore, chat. That's the problem. Like, I would love to explain more on that for, like, the grouping. But we've run out of our 500 characters in the survey, alright? Welcome back from Cooking Dinner, Phoenix. Thank God I'm not a sicko. That's crazy. That's crazy. Goodness me. Goodness me. No, I'm not going to use AI because AI is not going to have enough... Okay. Look. There's a billion things I could tell them about improving your real master duel. It doesn't matter how hard you try to condense something into 500 characters. If what you gotta say well exceeds 500 characters. Like, I'm aware AI could be a good tool, but firstly, I have an English degree. I just choose to be very verbose sometimes, and there's a little bit of tism in there. I digress. I doubt they're going to, like, actually read my feedback, so, like, one can play. One can play. They could just, yeah, they could just disable, like, surveys if we're using AI or something. Chat, if someone is going to listen to my words, I want them to listen to me in the most authentic way possible. Because I need my words to be heard. Give me groups. Give me groups in my favorites for deck building. Let me craft 1,000 dragon nails and never be afraid to disenchant them all. You can watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and the White Horseplay would still not be done. Boy, that sounds like you need the San Salie Field Center, so that while your opponent is... I'm just kidding. While your opponent is comboing. I need 1,000 copies of Dragon Nails in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Okay, so let's see. We'd like to ask you some questions regarding the version updates. Notable updates. Display summon cuttings for... Ooh, for flip summons. Chat? What? That's Bango? Let's see. Selection of effect activation order at the start of battle phase. Adjusted the cards shown in related cards. Adjusted filter menu options, card illustrations, visual... Ooh, visual effect and victory effect. That's nice. Different protectors can be now set for main deck and extra deck. Bang update on that one. Added room creation settings. I wonder what settings. Change the maximum number of wallpapers that can be set. Ooh, okay. Wallpaper update. Good. Summon cut-ins can now be viewed in collector files. I guess that's kind of cute. What do you think of the version content updates? And what would you like us to add in future updates? Let's see. What would we like them to add? You wish you could go beyond 1,000 gems. True. Or 10,000 gems. Oh, hello, Kitty Pancakes. Welcome on in. We do happen to be a duelist, and I think people will consider me a VTuber. Okay, updating the cap for 10,000 gems to a higher number. Would it be helpful? I know that they cap it at 10,000 gems, so you can't just, like, hoard the free gems. Like, this is really intentional, chat. This is intentional to make it so that you can't just hoard resources for all time. And so that, like, people who, like, can't hoard these resources, have to use them, and then spend real money. We can ask for it as many times as we want. They won't give it to us, but I suppose it's worth a try. Oh, I have to be careful when I say I like playing dealing, because people are going to think, wait, pause. Chat, if I tell you I know how to play dealing, are you really going to think Duel Links and not Dragon Link? Chat. In chat survey, in stream survey right now. Twitch, YouTube. Give me your thoughts. I tell you I play dealing. What does that mean to you? Duel Links or Dragon Link? Answer. Now, I'm not a Duel Links player, so I might be biased. I tell you I play D-Link. What does that mean? You think it means Duel Links? Oh, man. Dragon Links is well past its time, goodness me. It's rough out here, chat. It's rough out here. I'm not a boomer! Okay, here's the thing. I'm not pushing 40 yet, but there's no way I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer. I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When Master Duel came out. There's no way I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer. D-Link is Dragon Link. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Julio. I specifically said... Okay, pause, okay. The option to lock an entire card and any excess copies, regardless of rarity from being dismantled, would also be helpful. Chat, is that statement improper? Does that tell you that I don't want you to be able... Okay, does that make sense? The option to lock an entire card and any excess copies, parentheses following excess copies of that card, regardless of rarity, from being dismantled. Like, I think that's pretty straightforward. Like, look, I get that there's different ways to interpret things, but that statement also completely locks. That statement of the locking follows my first two sentences talking about the option to lock certain cards from being dismantled. So, like, the whole idea is that I was talking about, like, cards at lower rarities. The statement following mentioning that there's duelists that will have higher rarities of SR and URs, but would rather use the lowest rarity possible. Like, if we have enough space, we can say such as royals. But, like, does that not make sense? Like, am I crazy? Okay, does that make more sense? There are cases where duelists will have higher rarity of an SR or UR, but would rather use the lowest rarity possible rather than royals. This would help with mass dismantling. The option to lock an entire card and any excess copies, regardless of rarities, from being dismantled would also be helpful. Any excess copies, like, we have a finite amount of characters. I have 500 characters to tell them this. Like, I don't know, like, if you doubt the person reading, then that means you doubt my, like, I'm not trying to be upset. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? is that if you doubt the person reading, that means you also doubt the way that I worded the statement. To me, that is an irrefutable fact. If you believe in one thing, then that means you also don't believe in the other. If someone believes that you need a sign to not slip on the floor, but someone else says, no, you don't need a sign, that means the person who puts the sign there believes someone will slip on the floor. If someone says, I just put the sign here in case someone would slip on the floor, I don't think they will. They're saying there's a non-zero chance that someone will slip on the floor. Like, I'm not trying to be, like, weird on the semantics. It's the bottom line is, if you think you need the no-slip floor sign, you think the floor was slippery enough that someone will slip there regardless, you know? You don't understand what I will. Like, look. I'm not gonna sit here and, like, fight y'all on my survey. If y'all want to submit your own opinion, you can go submit the survey and get 50 gems. Like, if they don't get it, then they don't get it. But it is, like... Look, Tap. If you spend your entire life trying to make sure every single word that you say is properly understood. Newsflash is, everybody has a different interpretation of what you're going to say. If I say I wake up in the morning, right? And I make breakfast. And I ask you, what time did I make breakfast? You will all tell me a different answer. Why? Because everybody has a different impression of what waking up in the morning means. I wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Some people don't wake up till 10 a.m. Some people could consider 2 a.m. in the morning making breakfast. If I said I woke up in the morning and I made breakfast, y'all all said 5, 6, 7, 10 a.m., 9 a.m. And I said, y'all are wrong. I made breakfast at 2 a.m. in the morning. Some of y'all will call me crazy and say, Sam, no one makes breakfast at 2 a.m. in the morning. The fact of the matter is, if I make the statement, I made breakfast in the morning, that's not an incorrect statement, even if I made breakfast at 2 a.m. in the morning. But the fact of the matter is that you can't change how everybody's going to interpret something. Everybody has their own way of reading and comprehending things. There's no way for me to adjust every single thing I do to make sure that every single word I say at any given moment is properly understood. Yes, I understand in this example. Well, Stan, you could have said that you woke up at 2 a.m. in the morning to make breakfast. I have 500 characters in this goddamn survey. Update the cap for 10,000 gems to a higher number. Anywho. What else do I want them to add? Well, like, okay, this is specifically a mass dismantling problem for me. So I want to collect 1,000 copies of the same card. Now, why would you want to do that in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master? That means nothing. It means something to me. It means nothing to anyone else. It means something to me. Look, I don't know. Look, I'm not here to say when the morning is. If y'all think that, like, 2 a.m. is not the morning, that's fine. If y'all think that 2 a.m. is the morning, also fine. I don't make those rules. You are your own person, chat. And you are allowed to have your own interpretation of things. You're allowed to have your own opinions, even if sometimes your opinions are wrong. But at the end of the day, regardless of who is right and who is wrong, if you consider 2 a.m. in the morning, or you consider 10 a.m. in the morning, right? Or just, 200 hours versus 1000 hours, right? If you consider that the morning, you can consider it the morning. If I wake up at 5 p.m. and my first meal of the day is like whatever I want it to be, say I wake up at 5 p.m. in the morning and the first thing I eat is a piece of pizza. I could consider that breakfast if I want. And people would say, no, Stan, you can only have breakfast in the morning. They don't get to determine my definition of the word at the end of the day. I need a stress plushie? I need woke wizards, chat. We need woke wizards. We've been taking too many breaks from woke wizards. No one's fault. We just have really bad scheduling. We need more woke wizardry. Let's see. Okay. What other updates do we want for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master? So I think they like made it so you can do a specific mate. Or I think you can set a specific mate for specific decks now. Play some Duel Links? I am not playing Duel Links, Killa. That is not happening. Ooh, true. We should raise the survey character count. Also, please raise the survey character count. True, chat. We need more character counts to tell them our grievances. You'll donate $5 if I play Duel Links? No, this is not troll. This is real. Chat, we have real feedback. Yeah, let us essay you. Let's see. Not that sweet. I know it's twist out. Let's see. Also, I'm glad you cleaned the soda foam, Phoenix. Oh, maybe we just end it on that. I can't think of any more, real updates. Other than, adding alternative formats. Yeah, okay, how about this? Please add Genesis format. Also, please raise the survey character count. There we go. Chat, we're on survey question number 6. Overall satisfaction with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I can't let them think that they're at the top of their game, chat. They always have room to improve. Get more time back at the start of each turn. Okay, I don't know, chat. I think Master Duel's time was actually really fair. The only time I time out in duels is when I don't know my deck well enough. I know a lot of my decks like the back of my hand. If I'm learning new decks so I haven't played a deck in a hot minute, that's the only time you'll see me time out. Because if you know your deck really well, you'll just win. And the timer adds to the skill cap. If you don't know your deck well enough, right? In an actual competition, you're not gonna have the ability to pull up a spreadsheet or a combo guide. You should, within the allotted amount of time, know how to properly pilot your deck. And I do understand that modern combos have gotten longer. There are more less linear lines for a lot of decks. But I think that comes at the drawback of playing those decks. If you play a deck with a high skill cap, you should know how to properly pilot it. I could lock up decks made by the community or post Jesse. A public list for deck? Okay, so the thing is they do have public lists for decks. They actually already have that. If you mean public lists for decks from major events, Let's not throw back to Voldemort and the whole Wolves debacle. There are people who publicly post lists online that you can grab and look for and import to the game. So that's actually not something like new. Alternatively, like, you know, if there's a deck out there that a player has that you would like, if they make the deck list available online in other channels, then of course you can copy it. I think it's wild if the game would like automatically like just steal your deck list and post it up online. I think that's kind of crazy. Like, y'all don't need to apologize, by the way. Like, I'm not that upset about my wording. I just want to let y'all know that, like, as much as I appreciate y'all's help in trying to write the survey, it is my survey at the end of the day. Like, I'm not upset. I think the thing is, like, you know, if I say, like... If I ask for y'all's opinion, y'all are welcome to give your opinion. If y'all give your opinion and I say no, you know, like... I feel like a reasonable boundary is, like, after I say no, it's a no. And, like, if I'm going on about something, like, I'm not that upset. I'm just trying to explain my reasoning, you know? Do I do viewer duels? I actually don't. So the reason I don't do viewer duels is because I feel bad making everybody wait in a long line to duel me. A lot of the decks that I play tend to be rogue decks, and my average duel time on Tindango is 25 minutes. That means that if I have a viewer duel stream, and I only duel 8 people, I'm going to be holding someone hostage for 4 hours. And I think that's just very unfair to people, so... I don't duel people. And I don't make exceptions because, you know, once you make an exception for someone, you have to make an exception for everyone. And I feel like that's not really fair. Twitch chat, you're in ads right now, by the way. Can they make the cord not shine yellow when they activate? Because you just click what on the shining screen? Okay, that's a you problem. That's a trigger discipline problem, man. I do host tournaments where viewers can play each other, but I don't actively participate in the tournaments I host, and I don't duel viewers. Oh, hello, Blitzdor. Welcome on in. I have, like, held viewer duels, like, once or twice in the past, and after doing it the first couple times, you should allow them to toggle off the shiny. Yeah, like, that's, like, kind of the thing with shoutouts to, like... I love my friends. I love my friends that are content creators. Shoutouts Ray Dye, shoutouts Kira, shoutouts Olas, Elias, Selin, Maple, Twish, oh gosh, there's more people. Luca, Pumi, Clips, Hexlix, I guess Josh counts, I suppose. Penthouse, and a whole bunch of other folks. If you didn't make the list, I don't hate you. I promise I don't hate you. It's just kind of hard to keep track of everybody that comes in, and it's also, like, a little bit disruptive. Oh, Nemi. Shout out Snemness. Look at that. Look at that. Don't you feel special? I'm cheeky tonight. Anywho, I feel like part of the thing is, so, like, the Twitch experience, right, is a lot of, like, the yapping, the interactivity. I think the problem is, like, a lot of time when I'm, like, playing, I have to, like, actively explain what I'm doing sometimes with the deck. Because y'all, like, don't know how, like, Tindango and stuff works. So sometimes when I'm in the middle of something and someone pops into the stream, it is, like, a little bit disrupted to the flow of the stream to be like, and now let me shout out the ex-duelist in the world. Like, it has nothing to do with all. It just has to do with, like... I guess the way that my stream has like set up. And I think if we like pay someone to set up like commands or something, I could like have a command pop up to shout out like the friends when they come in chat. But the problem with that is like, what happens if like someone comes in chat? Kira comes in chat. Kira says hi. We shout out Kira, and then we immediately get a raid. Like, it makes it hard for me to then like shout out the people who are like, you know, like actively raiding the channel and such. So like, the Rice and Pass is crazy. You're doing good yourself. You're in your bed with 265 plushies, ayo. I'm impressed that you can fit that many plushies on your bed. Where's she? Players who started playing Master Duel all returned to the game in the last 6 months. Optional. We're going to skip that because it doesn't apply to us. Let's see. Everything. Please add Genesis format. If not a permanent feature, allowing dual room, custom dual rooms. To match the restriction list for events currently taking place in Master Duel. Like, if they don't want to give it to us all the time, I think it would be cool if you could do a custom duel room. Like, let's say, like, Duel Triangle takes place, and I host, like, a Duel Triangle. Am I a fan of the idea of Genesis format? I think for modern TCGs to have a larger appeal, you need alternative formats. So, like, what's my current favorite deck? My favorite deck is Tindango. Hello, Yukuzi. I don't know if that's going to change anytime soon. Also, hello. Hello, Edgar. Has anyone been trying Ice Barrier in Master Duel? Ice Barrier has some decent updated cards ever since they added Lancia in. You have Lancia, Mirror Mage, the level 7 Ice Barrier. So, like, that's the problem with adding more time chat, is like... Also, thank you for the Witch Head Cat, I missed that one. I know that some decks definitely just take longer to pilot than others, especially, like, okay, chat. Like, I talk about how I don't like combo decks too much. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. I just get tired of having to recreate the same entire combo. The single climb for Mayakashi is at least somewhat automated because Daki is set to reborn itself every time. But if I had to, like, click the prompt for Daki every single time, I would get so tired of the Mayakashi single climb. And that being said, I only play Mayakashi, like, maybe, like, once a quarter. So, like, the thing with, like, the timer is, like, it's kind of rough because some decks do disproportionately need to spend way too much time setting up their board. The flip side to that, chat, in my opinion, is that, like, a deck that has that much gas or flexibility should be limited by the timer. Because you need to be able to, like, it's a skill expression thing, chat. If you give people enough time, surely anyone could complete the Rika Sun Avalon combo in 2023 back then. Maybe they would, like, mispilot a couple of things, right? But I think, like, it's very rewarding to the players that know the proper lines to take and can finish their combos quickly. So, like, it's kind of hard. Like, I time out sometimes too, you know? So, like, you know. And I'm not trying to say that some decks are very easy to pilot. Like, you know, decks like Branded have 5 billion lines, yet it seems like they just want Branded Fusion to resolve. I know why they want Branded Fusion to resolve, but, like, fundamentally, chat, Branded Fusion doesn't matter anymore. It always gets ass. You play like it doesn't exist, chat. And if it goes off, you pop off. Just pretend Branded Fusion will never resolve and open on it. But yeah, so, like, it's kind of hard, chat, to balance the timer, you know? And, like, I don't disagree that modern Yu-Gi-Oh! You do have to spend time disassembling the board. But again, that does come into skill expression. If your deck is set to break a board, that means you are running cards that, like, either can break a board or you're running a deck that has enough gas to play past the interacts. And proportionately, you should know how to use these interaction points properly to get through the board. I'm not saying there's, like, a good solution, but the problem is the more time you give to both players, that means the crazier of an end board the turn 1 player gets, and then you proportionally end with the same problem. That no matter what, based on modern card quality, unless the turn 1 player breaks, or the turn player 2 just happens to have every answer, on the most part, the turn 1 player tends to have the advantage. You know? You became a Sith, that's crazy. You will play Exo-Sisters. Have fun hearing thoughts on surveys. Goodbye, Donda. I mean, Zakumba. I don't know why I said Donda. Maybe I want a smoothie. So, like, don't get me wrong, like, it is really hard to break a board going second. And not every deck, like, if you're not the kind of deck that wants 5 billion board breakers, we can say, you know what, I'm just gonna Regeki the board. Lightning Storm. Feather Dust! Like, it is hard sometimes to figure out the parts of the boards to pick apart. So I'm not trying to say that, like, it's easy for the player going second. The flip side is, like, it's extremely difficult to balance that in the game, you know? Like, so it at least rewards, like, the good players, which, like, feeds back into a whole separate conversation. As to why Yu-Gi-Oh! Has such a high, like, almost a very high barrier to entry. I don't know. It's rough out here. Lobster deck made true and lobster cut. You finally finished Elf Notes after buying 2K gems. Congratulations, hello unholy knight. Yeah, Iceris does kind of become a floodgate deck, I don't disagree. What do you mean I'll try Eddie Craft soon? That's terrifying, terrifying. Thank you for more head pats. You realize I know how to play Marine Sis, right? I know how to play Marine Sis. It was one of the first decks I built in Master Duel. I have a Royal Wonderheart. I know how to play Marine Sis. Just because you don't see me play a deck, don't always assume that I don't know how to play it, because sometimes I do. Remember that I know how to play over 40 unique decks in this game. You just don't see me play them all. Yeah, the other reason why TCG needs time is because of player communication. Master Duel handles all the intent of effects. It allows you to look at your opponent's cards without saying, hey, can I pick up your graveyard? Like, there's a lot of reasons why Master Duel's timer is so slow. And a lot of it is because all the information is presented to you up front. I might enjoy Enneagraph. I mean, so I'm not above that kind of line of play. Also, maybe we should just finish this survey. How much time do I spend playing digital games per week? Do we stream enough to have 10 or more hours of Master Duel? I'd say it's either 5 to 10 or more than 10. Let's say more than 10, because I do have some weeks where we're streaming like every single day. In the past 3 months, I think we have played Shadowverse in the past 3 months. And that's pretty much it. What mobile games am I currently playing at least once a week? There we go, chat. 50 gems. Yeah, I mean, we guess Sun Avalon was pretty straightforward. Like, not every single combo deck has to have a difficult line. When I mean like combo deck, I mean like any deck that has to go through like an excessive amount of effort to set up their inboard. Therefore, stuff like Salamangre with like a Link Climb, I also kind of consider a combo deck. I consider like Marine Sis like a combo deck. And maybe the reality is like there's a better Yu-Gi-Oh word than combo deck. You know. Is that Uma Musume allegedly? Oh, Shaded Demon. Thank you for the posture check, Boojum. Oh. Thank you, Risky. Chat, answer surveys. You get gifted subs. Actually, I kind of don't. Maybe if I'm lucky once a week, I might steal RV to like... Well, this is only recently. So, within the past month, I have broken my basically almost 3-year streak of not playing League of Legends. Oh, hello, Lukey. Welcome on in. So, I actually don't play a lot of digital games that on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. A lot of my free time is spent playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or testing Alestos or working on work. Y'all gotta remember that I like work multiple jobs. Like, I don't have as much free time as y'all think I do. So I actually don't do as much online gaming as I used to. When I was younger, I definitely did a lot, but it's rough out here, chat. It's rough out here. Princess in the community you win was not considered a combo deck, but a middle ground. Like, okay. So I think before they released Aqua Argonaut, back when like Wonderheart and Master Duel was like your highest end board, I think Marine Sis played a little bit more mid-range under Wonderheart. I think Aqua Argonaut feels like it goes a bit more combo-y. Meaty, you and many people in the community are Enneagraph enjoyers. Alright. I sure hope you take our feedback to improve Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I sure hope so. Okay, what else? The 2026 World Championship. Qualifiers are happening in June. Okay. We don't care about this because I can't play in Konami sanctioned events. Pricing and currency changes does not apply to us. Aw, Bushin, thank you for the gifted sub to Risley. And thank you for the bits, Bushin. Let's go! You used to know the best Marine Sis player. He would get invitations to tournaments and everything. Are you talking about Jesse Cotton? I'm just kidding. Yeah, shout out to the... Was it... I think it was Jesse, right? Was it Jesse? It could have been someone else. I remember there was a major tournament where a Tier Elements player brought like a quote-unquote secondary deck. And the secondary deck was Marine Sis, but they would never use it. It was just there to fill the deck slot. This was when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was new. You're 31? Oh, 31 is still young! Surely. Surely. Surely, chat. Surely. Chat 31 is still young. Let's go put on Duel Light. Let's go put on Duel Light. Look, chat. Duel Live, chat. Chat, look, dueling. It was another guy. Shout out to Jesse Cotton. Shout out to the Jesse Cotton highlights channel. Bushin, you're so young, Bushin. Thank you for the bits, Bushin. Bushin, you're in the prime of your life still. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, alright? 20 years playing Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the most terrifying things, chat, about playing Alistos is, So I'm part of, like, a little, like, group. I guess they like to consider themselves, like, a team or something. We're called the Penthouse. And so in the Penthouse, I have my ducklings because they're all so young and cute. The most terrifying thing is one of them, like, can't drink yet. And I'm like, oh my god, you are a literal infant. You are a fetus. I protect her with my life. She's so cute. She's so cute. Of course, Killer, you're in the prime of your life. We're playing Enneacraft. Is this not the prime of our life? I'm being for real though. No, I don't own a penthouse. I'm just in the... I wish I owned a penthouse. Yeah, I miss when, like, America was, like, a good country to say that you lived in. Goodness me. Yo, Chad? Royal Foxy too? Goodness me. Yo! This punk player is decked out? Okay, I will say, if they don't have Royal Rising Corp, fake fam. Royal Rising Corp or bust, okay? Royal Rising Corp or bust. K9 music is good, I agree. You would live in a closet if it was less than 1,000 a month. Real and true. Hello, Punk Jam Fever. Show me the Rising Corp. Of course they make so. Ooh. Ooh, no Rising Corp! Okay, pause. Can I still see the extra deck? Oh, shoes. I wanted to check the extra deck. Meow. Diamond Gaming. They're gonna charge you $2. They will charge you $999. Also, you should have been more clear. You should have said $1,000 including all of, like, utilities. So now they're gonna charge you $1,000, $999 for win. And you have to pay utilities. Whoopee mistake. Ooh, they did win. But chat, like, does it really matter if you win in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? You hope you're McDonald's. What did you order at McDonald's? Chat, thank you for the hype. Thank you for supporting lobster activities. The win is food. I'm not going to try to age date myself on the internet. Because it wasn't until I was a bit older that I got access to the internet. Two double cheeseburger, 20-piece chicken nugget, what for? You had a coupon? Ooh, congrats on the coupon. True, you do have to send a message. I agree, chat. Like, look, as a role player, it's never about whether or not you win, you know? Okay, that's kind of based. I'm not going to lie, kind of based. Crash your Radiant Typhoon. I would call that bluff too. It's for failure. You were alive when Yu-Gi-Oh! Is new. Hello, Sleepyhead. Welcome on. We're watching Duel live because I still have some food to eat. Okay, chat. Kira wanted us to play Tenpai Dragon Chandra today. So I guess, oh my god, it's Fadra. Oh. Hita, bring back Ash, bless her. Import. You know what this means though, right? Like if they run over the Hita searches Chandra or Hydra. Yeah, you did. You said you wanted me to play Tenpai Dragon Chandra. Hurry, grab the Ash Blossom. You take the stream? Why, thank you. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! There's way too much going on in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's okay, because I don't try to be good at this game. I just like to have fun. But not in Tenpai. No, you said play Tenpai Dragon Chandra. You chat. Y'all heard it today live on stream. Kira Twig wants us to play Tenpai Dragon Chandra. Well-known Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creator Kira Twig says we should play Tenpai Dragon Chandra. We are playing Tenpai Dragon Chandra. All of us like. Now, some people like to play for fun. It is a little bit of a competitive game, and in my opinion, the casual matches are more sweaty than the ranked duels. Chat, it's time to Chandra. Alright, here we go. Look, you asked for this. You asked for this. Don't get on me for this one. You asked for this. Also, like, my Chandra list is kind of outdated, but, you know. Wrong arm. Beep, 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 beep. Ignore the donut. Wrong button. Alright. We have the dual disc on now. That's all we were looking for. Our opponent passes. Hello, Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion. Hello, Singers. Oh, Tenpai Dragon Pipe. We're so good at the game, chat. We're so good at this game. Hey, wait a second! We didn't even get to summon Tundra! Get back here, you coward! Aw, oh, man, chat. We're never summoning Tenpai Dragon Tundra. You're so disappointed, chat. We can't even summon Tundra in this economy. Goodness me. Oh wait, why did I click first? Okay, no, this is fine, chat. This is fine. You would get to Master 5 consistently, but you don't have the patience with all the cheetahs. What criminals contaminating Radiant Typhoon with Tenpai cards? Apparently Duelist B. No, this is fine. This is fine. Look, chat. We're gonna summon Pydra. We're gonna make Seals pass. Honestly, we probably could just pass on, like, Hydra. We have Magma. We can switch the third Hydra. Actually, we should have floated Genwoku so that we could link off the Genwoku. But, no, leave the Genwoku. Let's leave Fodwa. We'll go Seals Pass, chat. Surely nothing can go wrong, right? Surely nothing can go wrong with Seals Pass. Surely. Going for his Tenpai, look, chat. I haven't queued Tenpai in a hot minute. It's fine, it's fine. Chat, Seals Pass has never ever lost a duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. Hello, Demo. Chat, don't pick first when going Tenpai. Pause. They have absolutely nothing, chat. Let's go. Wait, pause. Do we want Grand Tusk? Oh, my gold? My horse. It's going to be spectacular. This is kind of greedy. But this is in case they have called by. Oh. Yeah, let's just balance the team, bro. we need to Grand Tusk. I think unless they happen to have changeover in hand, we should be fine. I mean, Fodra wasn't our starter. We had double Pythra. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. The new Dragon Maid cards in Macedor, which one? What are they targeting? They're targeting Baldrake? Yeah. Do we have something that can pop that? Do we have anything in the Exa deck that can pop that card? I guess Queepo. Yeah, I guess we go Queepo and then okay, fair on the opponent's part. I'm pretty sure we still had a line to lethal, regardless. I think we just float one of the level 3 Tempais in main phase, and then we go Queepo. And then, like, we just use Magnemite. Yeah, Lady and Tama Dragon Maid are in, and also the fusion. The pink dragon girl. The pink dragon girl that's like not a the pink dragon fusion that's not a dragon maid. Set 5 pass. No. There's a non-dragon maid dragon fusion monster. You wasted your genie wish asking me to play Tundra. Real and true. I don't know what Elf Note does. Okay, I think we hold Dominus Impulse so we can lead Impermanent and we can pop their continuous. Yeah. Filia with yes, exactly. Hello, Blackfocus. They still have a normal. Like, I just straight up haven't read the Elf Note cards. It's like a terrible hand for us, by the way. Like, a really terrible hand, but like, surely. Surely we'll just top deck something, surely. Sure. Why not? Oh, you saw Master, you had to check it out. We're doing alright. Okay, so Noah was the word. No, push. No, no seals. Of course it's not impulse. Okay, Dora, my goat, my horse. We will hit, surely. Oh wait, we don't need to hit. We just we just switched Chundra away. Okay, cool. I don't know why I thought the normal summon effect of Dora was this. Hey yo! You're so good at this game, Dora. That's my goat. That's my horse, chat. Holy. If they also had dominus impulses, this is worth playing. Chat, Dora is so good. Holy chat. Oh boy, chat, is that a fire monster in the graveyard? Don't mind if I do. Okay. Okay, they have double impulse. I guess we'd be useful, like, you know. That's stolen. Okay, it's not the end of the world, actually. We can at least beat into their elf Novizina. And then set another dominus impulse. It's fine, chat, it's fine. When they try to magnum up my Chundra, that's not how that works, for sure. We're so good at this game, chat. We're so good at this game, chat. Holy. Look at that, chat. Look at that. Tempai Dragon Chandra. Y'all, the people asked for this, chat. The people asked for this. I like the concept of Chandra. But like, you don't know me, I like to stay in the lower ranks. Like, there's no point in like playing good decks. Oof. It's one of them Awakening hands, but we can fix this if they special summon a monster using a spell card. Grand Tusk, my beloved. Vanquish Soul! Pause. I don't think Vanquish Soul has any conditions for retaliating C. If we top deck Chandra or Hydra, we can win the game via Gold Slug. Gold Slug also switches us our starter, but if we top deck Chandra, we can Gold Slug the Collider. Dorodor helps stack our deck wheeling too. Only stake and force liberation. If you bring a Tempai deck to locals, they will punch you in the face. It's okay, I don't go to locals. It's a secret, chat. It's a secret. Hello, Heavy Burger. Oh man, they have all the names, huh? I don't know if we have enough to actually like break the Vanquish Soul board. We have enough to search Chandra. Hello, K9. Ooh, hi. Hmm. Joker. Hmm. I don't know if Lightning Storm is going to be enough, but if they put everything in attack, it might just be enough. I don't know enough about Elf Note or Power Patron to know if they have the vaccine. Hmm. Oh, greedy duelist. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Hmm. Are they doing the... Are they doing the OTK? Alright. Well, this comes down to if they have Ash Blossom, so let's hit the Heavy Storm first. Just to bait out anything they might have. I guess that's fine. Unholy Knight. Do you know a lot about botany? So I know based on cards in here. We can get a Retaliating Seed to activate, but it's probably gonna have to chain to that, so Ripper can negate it. Let's just see what they do from here. Oh, wow, welcome on you. Okay, so they add back Holly soon. If they have Ash, we just lose here. Okay. Um... I think Chunfa's just safe. And if they have Ash, they have Ash. I guess they can change the position of Chunfa. I mean, there's not much we can do from this like position, to be honest. Because even if we didn't normal summon Chunfa, like let's just say we like let it like normal summon Ash Blossom. Even if we like try to go for like a Typhon angle or something, like they already had all the boards set up and all the switches like last turn over. I think the best thing we can do is sit on Thunder, because at least on attack declaration we can float like water or something. a great position, but it is what it is. When they activate the canine display, we can at least put them under. We can put them under retaliating sea. Like, that doesn't do anything, but. I think switching any other Tenpai monster also doesn't do really much. Like, I suppose if we go Pydra's effect could at least go through and switch as the field spell. So I guess you could make the argument that if we went Pydra, we could at least go on a line to Genwoku. But Genwoku using its effect from hand turns on all the canine cards, so... I don't really know if there's like a good solution. Like, I suppose at least then, during the main phase, when you have Genwoku, like, float out Pydra or something, they can't do anything. But, like, we also can't do anything either. Like, I guess that would just be a body of, like, at least Pydra, Genwoku, and Chandra in circulation, I suppose. So maybe Pydra was the better one. Kind of hard to say. Hey, this is also contingent on them, like, just not making a Vanquish Soul that pops field spell. Like, after we establish and set... I guess we could have switched Singing Clan, but... I'm not sure Singing Clan would have done anything. It's rough out here, Gwen. We were supposed to do art today. I think we're going to open card packs. I think we're gonna do like 1 or 2 more duels with Chandra, and then we're gonna open the new card packs. And I think that's going to be it for this game. I know we're supposed to be doing Duel Live. I lied. I'm sorry, YouTube. Twitch chat, y'all know that we just changed. We change our plans. Well, mad yapping. Opening card packs. Soon here. I think we spend 30 minutes opening shiny cardboard. Digital cardboard. Let's at least try to get some of our daily missions done. Okay, we just got to... Got a fusion one more time. Or single. The art will have to wait. Yeah, greatness takes time. Greatness takes time. I'm sorry. Cards are here and buzzing now. I promise we'll get to art kill. I promise. if not today, another day. Surely. Pause chat. Holy chat, the second follows. Get them, my follows. Me when lingering effect. Me when lingering effect. Oh my god, it's vanilla. Sure. I mean, they could just pass on Kenny, I suppose. Oh boy. When Or if your opponent activates a monster. How does that work with Genroku? You love my gorgeous? Thank you, no. Who thought it was a good idea to bring Castilla back full power? Look, there's something wrong with Macedor players, chat. Oh, whoa, come on in. Chat, there's something wrong with, like, Macedor players. They have access. Chat. I mean, I guess they can banish here, but we get singing kind of, so it is what it is. Urge Hunter. Okay. Let's see. We're cut off from Hydra. Can we still get a line to lethal cut off from Hydra? Surely we can, surely. Surely, chat, surely. Surely. Surely, chat, surely. Surely there's always a line there with tempo, chat, surely. Yeah, we have the line, we have the line. Alright, anywho, what was I saying? What is this Tempai slot? This is not like a new Tempai list, it's like a really old Tempai list. Technically the list is one card suboptimal because I want it to be cute and one grand toss, but the list is very straightforward. You have Retaliating Sea, so that when your opponent activates a spell that quick summons a monster, you would just search Max Sea if they get rid of Retaliating Sea. And if they don't get rid of Retaliating Sea, you put them under Macro Cosmos. And then if you open any Tempai monster plus Gold Slug, you banish Luna Light Kaleido Chip. And when it's banished, your opponent cannot activate card effects during the battle phase. But if you want to be cute, you can also banish Blaster. We'll do like one more duel and then let's open contacts. Your Thunder thirst has been quenched. Yeah, friend of the channel, Kira Twig. Kira, you're so popular. You're so popular, Kira. The amount of people who are like, San Salie, do you know that's Kira Twig? And I had to be like, yes, this is regular chatter Kira Twig. Okay, well, he wanted Tempai, so, you know, chat is, take your grievances. Take your grievances on Killer. I should have maybe held the Maxi. Plus out designator. Alright. Hurry! Use the spell effect to summon a monster, so it can hit you with retaliating C. Come on. I know we can't switch the Max C anymore, but like Mago Cosmos. I don't know if Elf Note does anything. Pause. Oh no, it's activate. Ah, shoes. Holy chat! Chat! Shoes! Elf Note plays around retaliating C. We've been so got, chat. We've been so got. What do we do now? Oh man, Duel Swarm. I don't think you're gonna get a target this duel. Regular chatter, Q tweets. Oh man, and they have Baron. Oh, we have a lightning storm. Pause, chat. A light monster? A light monster. Pause. While you control a monster in the center main monster zone. I think we might have to save the Duelist one. That's, yeah, y'all in ads to its top. It's going to be rough and really depends. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry. After this, we get to open card packs. All is good with the world. Only Ava Max. Negate the effect of one face-up card. That is kind of rough. Again, this really depends on what we thought there. We could Typhon bounce the Baron. Like, that is a real line. We could Retaliating C into Typhon. But then that turns off the Duelist one. Also turns off Lightning Storm. Magnum. One random card. Suppose that's not like the worst thing. See, what's more important, the Whistle or the Magma? Let's see if I'll let the Baron go through, I guess, on the backbone, and then we can take it from there. Oh, welcome back from ads Twitch. Swap out here. Let's lead a Magnemite and then go to this one. Oh, I guess that doesn't target, huh? Unfortunate. What inspired my lobster motif? I very much like... Let's see. I am very much a big fan of marine. So I used to actually be a crab before I became an anime girl. And lobsters are pretty close to crabs, so... This is rough, yeah, this is rough. Throw a duel in its wing. Sick twisted duelist. It's rough out here. I mean, we'll just lose from this position. Let's contribute to the Typhon loss rate. My deck is not toxic enough. I mean, what you want me to do is just Tenpai. There's worse decks in this game than Tenpai. We just lose out from here. I'm just making Typhon for the comedy. Also, like, I think this counts towards our missions. Would this have changed if they didn't banish Retaliating Sea? Probably not. Yozo, thank you for the follow. But don't worry, chat. Hard packs after this game. Who is the real winner? It's us when we pull crazy. It's us when we pull crazy, chat. Don't worry about it. Just lock in. Just lock in, you know? Okay. So they can only do this to win the main phase. So we banish this now to win the... I wish we read this. This only happens to win the main phase. So we actually could have tried to bait out the Baron and then go Lightning Storm. What? Throminus Impulse! Sick twisted boys. You wanna build tier so bad. You would mix Tenpai with Buster Blade. You could put Tenpai in a lot of stuff. I'm playing this pretty pure, all things considered. Like, the cutest tech we have is Goldstalk, Banish, Lunalite Kaleido Chick. Grand Tusk is optional. If you open Seal's Task and you float Seals into Grand Tusk, you get an additional 2 target block. The problem with running Grand Tusk is you could just hard brick on Grand Tusk. So sometimes I don't include the Grand Tusk. Retaliating Sea is Macrocosmos on legs to a spell summon. That also switches Max C if they try to out it. And Retaliating Sea is only while it's face up on the field. So if you Retaliating Sea on their turn, right? And say you go into like Chandra or something, or like Genwoku, or, like, as long as you can link off or single off the Retaliating Sea, it won't act as Macrocosmos if it's included in that summon. If that makes sense, chat. So if you have Retaliating Sea on board, and you single or link it off, now you are no longer under Macrocosmos. And the materials won't be banished. I'm sure Tenpai Buster Blade like works by virtue of like, and they're fire monsters, right? They want clear wing single dragon. Twisted Boys. Tenkai. Again, the only reason why we're playing Tundra tonight is shoutouts Killer Twig. Shoutouts Killer Twig for saying that we should play Tenpai Dragon Tundra. It's kind of cute they have exact lethal though. Tempai's Feast or Famine? Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I think that's what does make the deck kind of balance, all things considered. I know a lot of people didn't like it when it was at, like, the height, right, of, like, its play. But I do think after the fact, Tempai has become very manageable, you know? Alright, chat. You're never going to financially recover for this. The slander. It's not even slander, because he did ask for it. Okay, chat. We have 2 Illusion Pack Beast tickets. We have potentially the Millennium selections, which are also kind of cute. Recommended in the shop, chat. We have 1 free pack pool. And there are 3 separate bundles to purchase, which I don't know if we have it. I don't think we have enough for all of the bundles. So, we're going to have to pick and choose. Chat, do we all in on woman? Or do we do 1 woman, 1 dragon? Thoughts and opinions. I'm a big fan of all in on woman. Thoughts, opinions. Thoughts, opinions. 1 woman. Chat, do we do 2 women? Do we lock in on double woman? Or do we go 1 woman, 1 dragon? Okay, get the field bundle. Okay, but what about the non-field bundles, chat? Do we double up on a woman? AKA get the Exorcist collection bundle. Or do we go in on dragon? Which, like, I'm gonna be real, chat. We're never going to play Dragoonity. Y'all get Romulus. Double female. Thoughts, opinions. I'm giving you all, like, 20 seconds before we start the gamba. So, YouTube, unfortunately, y'all don't get to participate in this. Twitch chat, what are we pulling? We are guaranteed 1 UR. We are guaranteed 1 UR. How many packs do we get? Does it tell us how many packs we get? What? 10 packs. With 1 UR guaranteed. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes Twitch chat on the gamba. What are we pulling? Why not both? Well, okay, the reason why we can't do both is because we can't afford to buy all 3. What I'm trying to ask y'all is if y'all want to do Elf Note plus Exorcista or Elf Note versus Dragoonity. I didn't realize this would be so difficult, but perhaps the conversation we had at the start of the stream recording the survey. I should expect this. Plus Twitch agenda. So Twitch agenda, y'all get in on the gamba. What are we pulling? Are we pulling only the 1 guaranteed UR? Are we pulling 2 URs? 3 URs or 4 plus URs? Get in on the gamba Twitch chat. Show me your channel points. Meanwhile, we can look at the cards in the pack. For some reason, we own a Dragoonity Night card. I know why we own Dragon Marine. I've never built Exorcistas. Hands is new. Y'all know that I've never actually, like, built one Mage. I'll be honest, none of these cards have any direct upgrades for any of the decks we play, so. The Sakura Blossom icon is a must grab. Is it available like all year round though? Like, what? Huh, it's not available all year round. Okay, chat. We can also potentially get the Sakura Blossom frame with one SR in packs. But we'll get to that after we pull the elf, you know. Alright. Okay, it is time to open our card packs. No, we're not building anything. I gotta save up my gems for next month's build a deck tournament. Okay, well, anybody who, like, voted for less than 2 URs, right off of the bat, I'm sorry, you lost. Never doubt San Salie. We're so up, chat. We're so up. There's a chance. All your channel points. It's rough out here, chat. It's always out of pack. Oh, I guess it's not out of pack. Right. This only has cards from the pack. You're not hoping? Oh, look, chat. The duel is never over till the last card's played. We could always get an upgrade. Keep hoping, chat. We can always get an upgrade. Whenever you buy packs, it says, don't worry. We got you in the next 10 packs. Look, all you have to do is clearly become a Twitch streamer. And clearly Macedor will say, we gotta make it look like this game is fun to open card packs in. Oh god, get out of here! Oh, so good. Chat, we're never playing Dragoon. RNG does sometimes play us. That's one. True, that is one, chat. You're so good at counting. What? Okay, Art made woman. So this could be 3, but we could always grab an upgrade. Okay, no upgrade, but you know, the duel's never over till the last card's played. Exo-Sister Betrayal. You like YouTube more? It's fine. Okay, fine. Then stream on YouTube for all I care. Let's make content. What? Huh. We have a playset of woman. Well, chat, we have a playset of woman. It might only be 3. It might only be 3. Pause? Okay, it's 3. Get out of here! Goodness me. Chat, immediate grinder. Okay, chat, you'll have 20 seconds. Anyone want to defend this card before we dismantle this for a solid 20 UR? You'll have 20 seconds to defend this card. And you can't say build Dragoonity. What do you mean read the effect voice? It looks cool. Someone has finally tried to actually stand up for this card. I'll think about it after the next card pack opening. Read the first line. Okay, look at me. Look at me in the eyes. If I summon Romulus and I dump Absoluta, we are never making this call. If I summon Romulus and we dump Absoluta, there is no line on this planet when we are making this call. There is no line. 2400 attack. 2400 attack. Not a cute girl wheeling too. Look, chat, you have one more card pack opening to convince me to keep one copy. Congratulations, 3 you are believers. I will be awarding you a channel point. Chat, let's open, woman. What do you mean, any deck? Who in the Ava Max? Also, like, chat, I don't know if you, like, actually read that card. I think I need you to read this one more time. While equipped with a Dragoonity card, you do realize that this needs to have a Dragoonity card equipped to it. That's not generic. That's at least including Romulus at best, or one of Bozo in the deck. While this is equipped with a Dragoonity card, this isn't a passive effect. You have to have a Dragoonity card equipped to this Bozo. There was a 2-card floodgate. You know there's a 1-card floodgate. It's called Macrocosmos. Anyways. Okay, chat. Let's go open woman. Twitch chat, I'm going to give you all another poll. So this time, we get at least 1 SR or guaranteed or higher. So chat, what are we pulling, Twitch chat? Are we pulling 1 SR or UR? 2 URs or 3 plus URs? Chat? What are we pulling from this pack? Meanwhile, you two, let me catch up. I gotta believe. I don't believe, chat. Look, think about it this way. If I don't believe in the link 4, the deck is already cool. Can you get a good luck charm? Good luck, Neko. I believe in you. Ancient Gear best deck, you shall now take your leave. Yo, shoutouts to the Ancient Gear player from the 2024 NACQ WC World Qualifier on paper that made it to day 2 on Ancient Gears, chat. Shoutouts to the one Ancient Gear player in top cut for NACQ in 2024. What a legend. What pack did we pull? We pulled from the bundle. You can go check the bundle. Oh, welcome to Twitch, Club Raptor. That guy show hero, they're so based for that. They said, you know what, Tenpai's popular right now in paper. You know what's basically Tenpai? Ancient Gear. Was Tenpai out back then? Maybe it wasn't Tenpai. Maybe he just said, I feel like this plays good in the Fiends. I could have sworn Tenpai was out by then, but it's been a hot minute. That the names sound funny. Just one of Phalanx in the Dragon Ravine. The Tenpai extra deck is already filled with more important cards, like Seal's Pass. Clearly. Okay, Twitch chat. The prediction is over. I hope y'all got the gambling. It's time to pull for woman. We don't even want to try it into Akion. Does the US get taxes? I'm not sure because I file my taxes as a business and not as a content creator. So probably ask someone who's actually a VTuber, because relatively speaking, I guess I fall into the category of VTubers, but like, y'all know that I don't like, I'm not as popular as the other gals. I'm not in a corporation. I don't do all that fancy stuff. Please. Okay, chat, there's a short. We could get upgrades. We could also get scammed. What? No, we're not playing Dragoonity. Don't look at him. Don't look at him! Look at me! See, chat, it's just that simple. You can just get an upgrade. Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. You will win. We're not playing Dragoon. They didn't hook me at all! I just think they were bozo deck! That's all! I would rather play Dragon Link! I would rather play the cool dragons. Tenpai, Dragon Link, Hedge Link! Rescue Hedgehog, become the entire Dragon Link combo! We're so good at this. Surely we can get more upgrades, chat. Surely we can get more upgrades. Look, Killer, if you can win the next tournament with Dragoonity, I will build Dragoonity. You forgot to gamble. It's okay, please. I'm the best gacha puller. You see, chat, every good gambler is just one pull away from a big win. See, chat, 3 URs. We're so good at this. It's just that simple. Turn your stream on live and pull on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. You will clearly be rewarded. Really. I'm hosting a tournament next month. On July 13th. I do a specific special type of tournament. So every now and then I host a tournament called Build a Deck. And the concept is that you, if you win with the tournament, have me build a deck of your choice. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like, it used to be have me build a deck of your choice. The new concept is I build the deck you win with card for card. So if y'all want me to play something like Dragoonity, you have to enter and win with Dragoonity. Clearly, if your deck can't beat the 5 more billion Rogue decks that everyone else in my community is making you play again, it's clearly not a good enough deck to take into the ranked battle. Yeah, June is next month. So it is a month from now because we just had a tournament. Y'all are interested, y'all can sign up. You don't have to submit your deck list right away. If you want to resubmit it at any later point, you can. If you want to wait until you figure out what you're going to play, you can also wait. Romulus, my beloved. We're so good at this, chat. Look at that. 3 yours. 3 yours. So if you can win the tournament, I will build your deck card for card, not including card rarities. It's free to enter. Happens at 5 PM PST on Saturday, June 13th. I'll have more of them in the future too. But if that's something you're all interested in, I play over 40 unique decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So, I'm not above learning something new, you know? You only play Duel Links? That's okay. I am so sorry to hear that. I've heard that Duel Links is not really free to play for me. But yeah, I really enjoy enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Because every deck seems to play very different. And I love appreciating some of these strange and unique strategies. To me, when I win, it's not always about winning the duel, chat. Sometimes if you get to resolve the silly Tindangle combo, you're already winning. And by the time I actually win, chat. Congratulations to 3+ URs believers, by the way. Let's go open our Ghost Stars tab. If I resolve the silly combo deck, right? And I beat you on a deck that hasn't seen support since its release. Clearly that's a moral win. And if you do beat me, I mean my deck is from my deck is from like, you know, my deck is from back when Master Rule 5 was. Oh, hello Tomo, hello Raiders, welcome on in. How is your stream, Goldie? How are you? True. Chat. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about appreciating what your deck does. Duel is never over till the last card's played. Whether your deck does absolutely nothing, or maybe makes an end board when you have like a 5-card opening combo, 10% of the time, your deck is valid. Yeah, let's open special packs. We're so good at the game. Oh, cute. Welcome on in. Well, I can't always see some of the icons that you send, but I do see them all. You love my daughters? Thank you! We're just hanging out. I hope you had a good stream, bro. We're just hanging out. We're actually closing up stream right now, unfortunately. I am probably gonna have to end stream like a little bit earlier than anticipated, chat. We sort of kind of late. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. The last thing that I want to do... Chat, I think we can afford to get the Sakura Blossom icon border, right? Like, surely there will be a day. Surely there will be a day. Surely there will be a day when we want this, chat. Surely. And that we get at least one SR. So y'all know what that means. That means we get to Gamba. One more time, chat. What are we pulling, chat? Are we getting... This is out of 5 packs, chat. You have to remember this is out of 5 packs. Are we getting 1 SR? Are we getting a UR? 2 URs or 3+ URs? 10 packs, you have a lot of chances, chat. We only have 5. 5 from the Master Pack. This could be any quad, chat. No problem. I hope you have a good rest. Momo, thank you again for the raid. You get to bet your house one more time. Real into, Kill. Real into. You personally like playing what gives you the most gems. Madolche might not be good, but you love puddings. This Madolche looks very cute. The Meow Karoons are one of my favorite cards to look at. Sometimes you do chase meta stuff. Like, so here's the thing, chat. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing meta. I just play a lot of rogue decks because they tend to have more interesting strategies. Also, like, not all of the meta decks always play, like, So if I play a TCG and I know nothing about it, but, like, let's say I have a friend, right, that knows everything about this TCG, and they say, Sam, what kind of deck do you want to play? I would tell them. And I'm the kind of player that prefers to play mid-range control. Sometimes mid-range aggro. I don't mind my decks leaning a little aggro. So, with that in mind, I don't mind other playstyles as well, but I think there are a lot of rogue decks who find themselves in that kind of category of mid-range in order to keep up with a lot of modern decks. So I think that's just like a good overlap for me. I also think that, like, since Yu-Gi-Oh's pace of play in modern times is a lot faster, a lot of the slower decks that used to be fast back when they were first the top decks tend to fall nowadays into the mid-range section because of the differences in speed of the game and quad quality. And like, this isn't true for every single deck, you know? But like, from my observation, you know, you can play a lot of like stuff that like used to be good relatively mid-range control. So it's a win-win for me. I hope we get good pulls too. Alright, let's go. Alright, chat, we have at least one you up. Chat, surely stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel to some platform and you will be rewarded. You're evil when you play stun. I mean, like, I know how to play a couple of stun decks. I play a lot of water decks, but I don't play pure Umi control. The closest thing is Terra King Salmon Phantasm control. Rank up magic. So we're getting at least 2 SRs, which is... well, okay, potentially 2 SRs. You gotta remember... well, no, one is a guaranteed SR, I think? But y'all gotta remember that, like, just because you see the pack below gold doesn't mean you're guaranteed... okay, we're guaranteed it, but sometimes you can get scammed, chat. Sometimes you can get scammed, and it's worth out here when you do get scammed. Galaxy Ice Photon. So that's on Marine Cess. I think Marine Cess is fine. I don't think it's a bad deck. I think it has a cute gimmick. I just get kind of tired of the combo Link Climb. Like, it's not really a combo, but... the lines are like Link Climb to finish the Marine Cess and board. I don't feel like doing it, like, a lot of times is kind of like so-so for me, if that makes sense. I don't dislike the deck, it just, you know... I could be playing other things. I could definitely be playing other things. Wind up Zenways and a neck clause of Herod the Baha. Shoutouts to Necklace. Alright, chat. Congratulations to one you are believers. There is no duelist who believed in one you are, so your channel points are going into the void. Which is crazy. I don't make the rules. But thank you for hanging out, Killa. Thank y'all everyone for hanging out with me for a little bit of nightly yapping. Let's on a Duel Live, and I'll find somewhere to send y'all to Twitch chat. YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. And we'll be back this week with intermittent streaming, I promise. Let's see. Ooh, we can raid my goat, my horse, Mr. Raving Young Guy. What a cool guy. You did say you are. Congratulations, Nicole. Big time, big time. If y'all don't know our goat, our horse, our good friend Mr. Raving Young Guy, he is a former Master Duel World Champion from the year of 2020... late 2024. Despite how crazy his teammates play, don't count him down for the count. He is one of the best duelists in the world. And the fact that his teammates at the time, Mr. Ryan Yu, well, Little Bro Ryan Yu, Mr. Jesse Klein, make him look like a regular player. It just goes to show how good his team is. Or team was. They've broken up since then, but they're still good friends, I promise. So, send away all my love. I'll see y'all when I see you. The Royal Mud Dragon. Thank y'all for hanging out. At some point in this month, I'm not sure, we are going to be opening Alestral's products for the new upcoming set San Salie. We're going to be actually opening Riftbound as well. So if y'all like seeing shiny cardboard for other TCGs, y'all can look forward to that. A reminder that we are going to be hosting a tournament next month in Nashville for a Build a Deck. Congratulations to Wistly, winner of the recent San Salie celebratory tournament on Friday. I'm gonna open some Riftbound packs. It's the TCG that Riot Game has put out for League of Legends. So, hope you have a nice rest of your day. Evening, whatever you want. Do take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming out, Twitch. Thank you for coming out, YouTube. If y'all want to join the Discord, I suppose y'all can. So you can find out what we're doing. Send Mr. Waydai all my love. And just remember that your mom and my thoughts $1. And Wade. Bye bye, folks.